During the middle of World War II, an Italian unit decided to stand up to the Nazis. Valley native John Mingo's grandfather was among those men. He wrote detailed accounts of the events in a journal, and today his story is being published. First News reporter Matt Jones met up with the author to hear the harrowing story firsthand.
That's right. September 1943, the 33rd Acqui Division was in limbo. They were just not only going against their former allies, the Nazis, but they did not have the full support of the Allies either. It was this turmoil and heavy fighting that now depicted in this book, an Italian soldier's story of survival. Far away from Youngstown, Ohio, sits a small island of Cefalonia, Greece. But in 1943, this was no Mediterranean vacation spot. It was the center of intense fighting. A unit in the Italian army decided to stand up for what was right and take the Nazis head on. But this decision led to the death or capture of every man in that division.
I think it's very admirable that they sacrificed so much because that was their conviction, that rather than give up their belief of what they thought was right, they were willing to die for that. I mean, that's a pretty incredible story. I think that's the legacy that should be shared.
And that's when a member of John's unit heard the story and he knew he needed to step in and help.
Give it to me. I'm a writer. This can be one of my side projects on the deployment. And so he did that, and over the course of the deployment, we had it translated into English, and I turned it into a book.
The book tells many stories of what happened that year, but one stands out to them the most. It was the night he was on the run, and he hid in a merchant's shop with the help of their 8-year-old daughter.
Fast forward to 1968, he lives in New York City now, and he gets his leg broken walking across the street, gets hit by a car, and he's in a hospital, and after a couple of days of being there, in walks about a 30-year-old nurse intern. And she's like, "You don't know me, but I recognize you." And it was that little girl.
And that girl, well, it was the girl from Greece. For more stories like this on how he escaped German firing squads and even made it through 2 POW camps, you can pick up your copy at Amazon online right now.